Hello folks, welcome back to Ni No Kuni, and if you watched the previous episode we left off having to kill even 5 danglefish or manglefish, I can't remember what they were called, but whatever it was, I've gone and killed those, so we're going to go and speak to this big fellow again right here, and he's going to give us the cold compress that we need to go and hand in to the old man who has a bad back over in Perdida. So I just had to remind myself then of everything we were doing, but it's the manglerfish that we had to kill. In case you haven't done it, 5 manglerfish. But remember, you have to kill them while equipping the burning blade on at least one familiar. That familiar doesn't have to get a killing blow; they just have to have it equipped. Right, so we'll speak to him in a little bit. We'll go and hand this errand in first to the old man. Let's see if this cold compress does the trick that the Tomty gave us. Another tonic and 2,500 guilders. And another merit stamp complete. I just want to check what those tonics do, because we've got a couple now. Fully restores hit points. Well, that's not too shabby. And don't forget, we've also got Healing Hand now on Oliver, which completely heals any party member. Also pretty awesome if you ask me. And the next errand is actually this creature thing right here. So we're going to need to cast Nature's Tongue in order to be able to speak to it. And he's going to want to get some food off us. The food that he wants is a babana from Elmer Moon. Now, you can buy all these from the respective shops in these cities. Although, to be fair, I had everything I needed already in my bag, so I didn't have to actually go and visit anywhere for them. He's not just going to want a babana, though. He also wants a glow shrimp. And if you don't have a glow shrimp, you can purchase one from Castaway Cove. And he's still not going to be done. Next, he wants a black truffle, which you can purchase from the shop in Hamelin. And yet, finally, he wants a snow radish. Again, I had everything, so I don't need to go travelling, which is good. And for our trouble, we get a leech gem, 2,500 guilders. And we received a merit stamp as a bonus as well. Not too bad. Oh, and some new formulae. Number 17, 22, 27, 32, 37 and 42 to be precise. Now our final errand, bar bounty hunts, is with Derwin right here, who wants, or is going to want familiars, as he always does. So I did say to collect these last time, but in case you didn't watch that episode, you need a flash fry, which is the final metamorphosed form of the deep fry you can find at Old Smoky. A wispula, which is the final form of the wisp, which can be fought at Tombstone Trail and collected. And finally, the Trumpy Pumper, which is the third metamorphosed form of the I can't remember what it's called, the Shonky Honker, that was it. Which you can find outside of Castaway Cove. Now, you will have to metamorphose them, because you can't fight these final forms in battle, so it's going to take a little bit of grinding. But once you've collected the 3 familiars you need, just head on over to kill the Toko enemies outside of this very city. Since you get 8 to 16,000 experience per battle. I've mentioned it quite a lot now, so I'm not going to drive on about that. But let's see if I've done everything right. So first of all, we'll collect the task. I really hope I've metamorphosed everything into the right forms. Whisperer, yep, got that. Flash Fry, got that. And yep, got Trumpy as well. Clearly another factor is at work. Yeah, I kind of knew what creatures he wanted before I picked up the errand, so... In my opinion, that is a terrible reward for the effort involved in that task. 2 jumbo moon drops, 2 jumbo planet drops of 5,000 guilders. Would have hoped for some nice armour or weapon or something. Or even some familiar treats. But we're ready now to go ahead and do some bounty hunts. However, I do just want to see if we have enough merit stamp cards now to purchase the buff for Oliver's health and MP. If you remember, we need 8 merit cards. And we have 10. So yeah, we've definitely got enough. So Jack the Giant Killer unlocks Oliver's full potential. Oliver's inner hero has awoken. His hit points increased by 100 and his MP increased by 100. Pretty awesome if you ask me. He's now got over 400 health and over 320 MP. That should help us in fact now on our next 3 bounty hunts. The first of which is actually outside Yule. I know we've been travelling a lot recently for all these errands, but it's no big issue seeing as how we have got the travel spell. We can go backwards and forwards as often as we want to. And we want to go up to that frozen lake. Probably didn't need to call Tengri, but there we go, I've done it. Down we go. And look who it is. Ice Ogre.
Fancy your chances, do you?
And he's a physically strong foe who's got quite a healthy 3,000 or so hit points. And you'll want to try and interrupt his ray strength, which will increase his damage output significantly. So that's why I'm using melee attacks, even though he is quite resistant to melee. And he's trying to run away from us because he knows he can cast his spells easier then. He's going to have to do a darn sight better than that to get away from good old Percy here. And look at this. With the burning blade weapon, he's going down. Our team is pretty much unstoppable, isn't it? It certainly feels like it. Oh no, 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 Percy, don't. Okay, we're switching him out. It's okay, Biggs is just as awesome. Well, maybe not quite as awesome because he's not as fast, but he still dishes out the damage as we would expect him to. Bounty hunt complete indeed. So we're going to travel now. Let's just very briefly travel to the Golden Grove to heal up. It's quicker than going to an inn, in my opinion. I would like to try and be at full health before we start the next bounty hunt. Right. Nah, don't need to save. Okay, and now we're all healed up. The reason I came to the Golden Grove is because we can pretty much fly from here. There we go, look. See a nice little blue dot here on the map. So we'll saddle up on Tengri. And hopefully he can drop us off right outside our destination. Where was he? Should we drop down here? I always lose my bearings when we get on Tengri because the mini-map changes to the world map. Ah, okay, he wasn't this far over. So back we go again. He must be around this area then. Yeah, not too bad of a guess that. Oh, I think he's hiding in the trees, is he not? The shell fire. Ah, that sounds interesting. And as with other creatures of his family, he's going to be quite resilient to physical attacks. So we'll trust out on Oliver for a bit. And one thing I do want to test out is the Unleash spell. Ah, that's cool. We actually get to choose what we want to do. And I think we'll go for Howling Blizzard. Seeing as how it costs the most MP, maybe it'll do the most damage. Yeah, this was the guy before earlier at the end of the glittering grotto. 220 points of damage. I guess we could have hoped for a bit more than that. Does Oliver have any boosting spells? Try your luck. I don't want to try my luck actually. Let's try Cloudburst. We haven't used this yet either. We got it a while ago. Oh great, it's raining. And it doesn't nix him anyway. Alright then, let's see if Gemma's got anything to hit him with. Nope. Right, we're back to Biggs. Slash and burn it is. He's weak to fire. Well, he would be with that name, Shellfire. Which is a bit annoying because we've still got the burning blades. Yeah, so he's not actually doing much damage. Back to Oliver it is then. Let's go back to Unleash. And should we try... Let's just try Howling Blizzard again because it's got to be a weakness, hasn't it? Well, it's not a weakness actually because it didn't show up as... whatever it is, weak one show up as orange, it was just white. But we'll carry on casting spells. Let's try this one, Bolt from the Blue. Ah, this was at Mommy's tummy, wasn't it? Over at the fairy ground, this boss. Pretty awesome, summoning our bosses. Well, he's down to half health now. Esther's got the log out, which isn't going to do much good. Let's see if Crosswind does much damage. 202, it's not bad actually, you know. That is not bad at all. It's got a long cooldown on it though. So we'll cast it once more and then we'll switch straight on over to Esther. Yeah, this boss is quite annoying, isn't he? Right. What can she do? Allies defense. We can raise allies attack. Yeah, go on then. We'll raise allies attack and go for some physical damage to finish him off then. And I think we'll try it with Percy. Even though he's got the burning blade. Oh, his damage actually hasn't gone up hardly at all, has it? But we're going to kill him. Look, he's got an inkling of health left. He's going down. We've got him. Not too challenging. A bit of a slog, but not too challenging at all. And that's the second bounty hunt complete. We're now going to travel to do the third one. And don't worry, we'll heal up as well to Old Smoky. And unfortunately, we're going to have to actually make the trek, because the bounty hunt for this task is right where the boss was located. So we'll just grab the heal. Yeah, I didn't mean to click save then, but may as well. May as well while we've got the option to do so. Right, now, what I am going to do is cast Veil, which we learned from Horace. So then enemies will hopefully ignore us. And it seems to be working. Remember, you can cast Veil on the world map as well if you wish to avoid enemy encounters. Just keep going round. It's been a while since I've been to Old Smoky, so I can't remember the layout exactly off the top of my head. But we have got to go, as I said, all the way to the boss area, which is a little bit annoying. There's usually shortcuts to get back out of dungeons, well, apart from the vacate spell, but no shortcut to get us to the end, even after we've already been there. Some of the paths here are actually getting a little bit narrow, so even with the Veil spell, just need to be a bit cautious with trying to avoid enemies. And it lasts for quite a while, actually. I didn't expect it to last this long, which is useful because we don't have to keep spamming it. I mean, most of these enemies, I'm guessing, would run away from us anyway. But it's still good to use the Veil spell because with narrow passageways, you don't know where they're going to run. So I'm hoping this is the right way. I mean, there's a thingy up here. The effects of Veil have worn off. Well, I think we'll need to do something about that. Yeah, we'll cast it again. Ah, this way. And we're going to have to edge our way across the rock face. I don't think there's any hazards this time though. I seem to recall there were hazards before though, weren't there? Trying to knock us off. Like flames coming out or something. I can't remember, there was something though. What's important is there isn't anymore. Keep going round. Wow, it's a long trek. Oh, as I mentioned, these narrow paths make things a little bit hostile. Little Beacon, I've got one of those in the party. He's acting as Oliver's tank at the minute until we get something better. Although he's pretty awesome, I have to say. And I didn't realise there were so many of them here when I was trying to capture it from outside of Old Smoke on the world map, which is where I did catch it. It's like a maze, this place. And we're going all the way around and stuff. I really hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, I must be, I must be. Veil it is again. It's just wearing off. Being on Old Smoky, this will be another fire boss as before, so we might just have to sort some of our weapons out. Let's just grab some MP, I think we've used about 30 of it, casting Veil. And at last I can see the bounty hunt. At last, at last. Look, there's the teleport that will take us back out again. Right, let's just very briefly sort out our weapons. I don't want to be going in here with a blazing blade. A bluster blade could be interesting. In fact, I think a bluster blade is going to be the one we're going to use. 224. Pirate's cutlass looks pretty awesome. Go on then, Pirate's cutlass it is. Has anybody got any fire protection? Element water, ha! Now actually that's awesome because this boss is weak to water. Okay, so that'll do. And I'm going to actually use the Magmadonna. I'm going to actually use the
Come on!
Ray enemy.
Esther! I'll give it my all!
Because he has water-based attack. Still doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I was expecting more than that, to be honest. I mean, Percy does more. But this thing does have some nasty attacks, so just be prepared to heal if need be. Well, now Tinny's come out. Palaver, let's do all-out defence on that, I think. I do not like the sound of it. Okay. Time to heal up.
Roger!
Since Oliver has a nice healing hand spell, it should hopefully do the job. There we go, look. And we want to cast something with a little bit of water in it. Storm damage, water damage, Howling Blizzard will do the job. Let's see what sort of damage we get with this. $370, that's what I'm talking about. I think we'll be casting that again actually. Howling Blizzard, I like it. Especially against these fire enemies. Yeah, it uses 36 MP, but we've just got 100 extra from collecting the merit stamp reward. And again. And I'm glad that the summon spells don't actually take 10 minutes to cast like they do in some other RPGs. Mentioning no names, Final Fantasy. I don't think it likes this Howling Blizzard spell. Well, it's getting spammed with it at the minute. Because it's really doing out some damage. And this boss again has 3,000 hit points, the same as the other bounty hunts we've been fighting. It would be nice if the others decided to help as well. Let's go for all-out attack, shall we? So I do want to get some extra damage on apart from what we're doing here. I think one more might do the trick actually, you know. Might just do the trick. By the way, now that you've got the upgraded Mornstar, or the empowered Mornstar, all the purple chests you couldn't open before, you now can open across the world. So make sure you revisit all the previous locations you've been to and get those purple chests open. There's some good rewards in them. Go-Go's gained a new trick slot even. Dropsicle. That sounds nasty. Let's go with a Thunder Spark because that's just rubbish. And we are going to report. No, we can't use that here. We are going to report to Swift Solutions and get our rewards. Our rewards for doing lots and lots of bounty hunts. Well, 3 bounty hunts. But it felt like a lot to me. So let's head all the way back to Perdida. And the Swift Solutions, of course. This is a nice city. It's not massive like Hamelin, so everything's quite condensed. Everything you need to visit is in a very enclosed space. Icy Giant, job done. Get a bubble bath gem for that. We're getting like eight stamps now for each bounty hunt, so we are going to fill up those cards quickly. A Fiend's Fang. That sounds all but interesting. Let's have a look at that after we've collected our rewards. And a Heat Ray gem. Very good, very good. We've got 4 merit stamps. Improves our chance of capturing familiars. Could have done with that for most of the game. Recovery of health. Further increases the amount of experience. I don't think we need that. We've got far too many levels as it is. Reduces the amount of MP required to perform spells. And causes our enemies to drop better items. I think we're going to go for this, seeing as how there is a nasty trophy to collect for taming all the familiars in the world. A good bonus on that is not going to go amiss. Any more errands popped up? Nope. Once again we have a cleared log, everything done that we can do, which means we're going to continue on next time with more story. So please join me as we play Ni No Kuni, folks, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to support me by liking this video and posting a comment. I've been your host Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now, everyone.